Good morning. I feel so blurry today. We're going to use the sugar palette on my eyes, and we're going to create our look and spend some time together and just kind of, I've already primed my eyes with the Natasha Denona, I don't know when it's ever going to run out, primer. But we're going to start right here with this top shade, and we're just going to go over and put that down on top of the primer and all over my eyeball. How are you all? Did y'all have a good weekend? And I know that I ask the questions and then I don't actually post the videos in the same time frame, and well, you just kind of have to back up and try to remember to tell me what we did, because kind of going with the flow. Learning that keeping some pre-recorded things on hand is quite helpful. Okay, it is like the 14th of April, so we are almost through the April Shop My Stash, and I've used, this will be the third palette out of that. And it's actually, I want to use another palette, but this is in the Shop My Stash. We're trying to do better. This is a beautiful palette, by the way. We're going to go with this poor brush that it came in a beauty box. That's all that I can tell you. We're going to take that and run it through the crease. And we're going to slow down a little bit because I'm trying to rush to get this done, and I don't need to do that. Do you ever catch yourself doing that? Don't do it. Now understand, I get it. If you have to be at work or something like that, by all means, get it, expedite things. But when you have the chance and the opportunity to just kick back and do your makeup, kick back and do your makeup and enjoy the process. Because remember, this is like, I cleaned out a cabinet earlier this morning. Slowly we are navigating away from all of the canning, the gardening, and all that stuff. I just can't do it anymore. We're going to use an Angie Hot and Flashy 502, I think. Yes. 502 brush. We're going to pretend like we can see that. But what I was saying is that I just can't, we're going to go down into this bottom shade. I can't do on the level that I could, and I refuse to, because I did all kinds of canning in 20 and 21, all kinds of preserving food, and most of it made apple butter, all the things, wonderful things that tasted yummy. Most of it, trash. Nobody touched it. Made strawberry jelly, cherry jelly, grape, all the things. Did all the canning and making it safe and all that neat stuff. Because I grew up, my mother canned, so I know what I'm doing. But I'm not breaking my back for people who won't eat the food. Just that simple. Sounds ugly? Let it be. I can't help it. It is what it is. It's the truth. We're taking a Sigma. I can't see, but anyway, we're going to go into this pink. That, and I'm also trying to just minimize and make life easier. I know how to do these things. I'm not necessarily at this point getting rid of my canners. I've gotten rid of some of my jars. I will probably get rid of more. But at this point in time, it's just stuff that mainly stays in the way more than it gets used. So in this downsize, and we're going to be going through my closet again, and it's going to be a little more cut. Okay, we are going to use the new formula 2-in-1 Estee Lauder foundation. I used the aqua, if I could find it, that'd be grand. I just had it in my hand. I can lose stuff sitting right now. I used this instead of the double wear primer. But I wanted to talk to you because I keep seeing people, and of these people, and I'm not saying this to be ugly. I love Marlena still. I was watching a video that she did, and she does not like the new formula. And while she was talking about the things that she doesn't like about the new formula, I'm thinking, hey, because as I've told you before, I've used the old formula for decades. I love the old formula, but we can't have that anymore. If there's still some in stock, do I recommend you stock up? Yes. But here's the thing. With the new formula, here's what you get. You get a little bit of skincare. You get the opportunity to choose how much coverage you want. For instance, just watch. We're doing a little, I think we did 2 pumps. And once we buff it out, small amount that I did with the BK Beauty brush covers the red, is very sheer, not cakey, and there you go. I have a refer a friend code? So yes, I do have technically a code. Does that make me use this more? No. I used it and I bought enough product from Estee Lauder to where I get a referral code, a refer a friend code. Totally different than having an affiliate code. Still dries down, not quite as fast as this. It will dry down quicker if you use a different primer or no primer at all, because you really just kind of, because of the more dewiness in it, you don't really need a lot of moisture already on your skin. I'm going to take a little bit more and just go back in where I like to have a little bit more coverage. Okay, we have finished the eyes, lashes, brows. Went under my eyes and just put a little smudge of this purple. I don't usually use a shimmer under there, but today we did. Got a little mascara. Oops. It is not a big deal. And mostly, this has dried down. One thing that I want to reiterate, I am not in any way, shape, or form bad-mouthing Marlena Estelle. I just have a different perspective and a different view. And as someone who has used pretty much exclusively Estee Lauder for decades, because we use another brand but would still come back to the old formula. For me, the new formula at 59 years old with a different skin type, it works. It does what I need it to do. So anyway, we're going to continue on, but I want you to understand, I want you to really, really grasp the concept. I think I am not as educated as she is. I have not done the things with formulas and stuff like that. I have not had two brands or three brands or however many she's got. Currently, I can't even keep up. She's an amazing woman. I think very highly of her. We just have a different perspective here. That's all. That's all. So, yeah. We're going to put on a little bit of blush and finish off this look and this day. Okay. So this is where we're going to land. This is the look for today. I used the Rhode lip tint. Raspberry jelly. First impressions, it's kind of meh. It's a lip tint. I mean, is what it is. Moving on. Some things that I don't like, you may love. And if you do, that's fantastic. I may be using it differently than you do, and I may need your help. So if you leave that in the comments for me. Today's verse is Psalms 23:1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And the story that comes to my mind that goes with that, there's a song called Still Waters, and I think it's Leanne Crawford that does it. And it's one of Ian's favorites. And he was singing it in the car. He's done it since then and before then. The day that we had the accident. And sometimes things fall into place because that, even though I've known that bit all of my life, him singing that is what carried me through the hardest part of the trauma and stuff from the accident. Do I still have issues driving? You betcha. Are they getting better? Yes, because the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. And he leads me beside still waters. And I'm thankful for that. So y'all have a great day. Remember, I am the mayor's daughter. This is the final look. I hope that you enjoyed spending time with me today. Have a good one. By the way, the clips and blips that you see of the dogs, deer, stuff like that, they will happen. Stuff that you see from where the guys go on the trails, that will happen. The deer that I posted the other day, that's a short, she's a community deer. She was just laying down, and that's the reason why when you seen hear the ATV in the background, she doesn't move. She knows that she's good. We don't feed them because that's what causes wasting disease in deer, and it can just absolutely wipe out a population of deer. They eat like the grass. They'll eat our flowers, which we're not real happy for that. They'll eat some of, like when we planted rhubarb and things of that nature, they would help themselves to that. But overall, we don't actually like buy corn and feed them. There's plenty for them to eat in the mountains and plenty of grass and stuff like that for them to munch on, and they do. But they've been with us for so long that they're community deer. They know that nobody is going to hurt them. They are safe on the property and where they were, which was not our property. So I just wanted to explain that to you. They know they're safe. They know that we're not going to harm them. It is a no hunting area. And, I told you before my dad died, deer would come down in the bottom. And so, as you can tell, I have two impatient dogs who want to go run and play with their friends. So we're going to wrap this up. This is the final look. And as I told you, for me, the new Estee Lauder works really well. Is it as good as this one? My diehard love the majority of my life? Not so much. But it has its own. It does not go into places and dry. It stays, but it doesn't go into cracks and stuff like that as fast as this will. So Let me give you that perspective. And it is that, another perspective. I am older. My skin is different. And it's another perspective. Not a criticism, nothing like that. It's another perspective. So keep that in mind when you watch people review product. What you get is their perspective, their opinion. And we all have them. We are all different people. That's why there's so many different brands. There's so many different things, because everything, when you go to the grocery store, I like strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, pretty much every berry. You may not. You may just like the bananas, and that's cool. So have a good day. I'm the mayor's daughter. We love you oh so very much. See you. Bye.